face on it!
What's wrong with you?
Ta-da!
r/kids are stupid.
Daddy, did you know that after Michael left my school, he came back and no people call him David? Does he look and sound totally different too? Yes. That's not the same kid, honey. Maybe. Where in the dad manual did it mention how to stop a 3-year-old from taking bites out of drywall? Oh good. My son put my wireless headphones in a plastic container of water to keep them safe. Good. Great. Fine. How wonderful. Boy has decided that, because his boots are camo, he shouldn't have to put them in his closet because you can't see them. Children are the best fundraisers because they don't understand economics. Principal. The student who raised $500 for the school will get this free hat. 12-year-old me. That is such a great deal. My 2-year-old and 4-year-old have been communicating via walkie-talkie for 20 minutes. They are in the same room. The walkie-talkies have no batteries. Over. This kid wants some eggs. After 30 minutes in timeout. Dad, I'm sorry for being mean to Luna. Thank you, I appreciate that. Can I come out of my room now? Yes. What do I do with my pee bucket? What pee bucket? You said I couldn't leave my room. You. Wanna? No. You need to come home. I'm done being a boy, mom. He discovered his balls. You had me worried for a second. And proceeded to squeeze it to see the veins. See that, mom? It's cracked. It's broken. I'm dying. My daughter told me her knee hurt and that she needed a band-aid. She also didn't want to take her tights off. Apparently, this made things all better. When I was 3, I fell asleep in a dog bed. My mom ran a daycare out of our house when I was growing up. We usually had 3 to 4 extra kids around the house, as well as my older half-sister and I already living there. My mom took all of us to the grocery store once. I must have been around 6 years old. We get to the checkout line and the cashier says, "Wow. Lots of kiddos." I look her in the eye and proudly exclaimed, "Yup. And we all have different dads." Back when I was but a wee lad, I would unwittingly get myself high with markers and glue. I thought they smelled nice. Only realized what I was doing in 6th grade during an anti-drug assembly. My 12-year-old son got annoyed at a video game. Spitting on the cake. I told my son not to touch the stove with his hands, so instead, he used his forehead. So when I was like 6, my dad had bought me Mario Kart Wii for the Wii. He spent hours upon hours unlocking every character and car for me. And one day, I just went on the game and deleted the save file and asked him to do it all over again, with a bright smile. Apparently, I threw a massive fit because he didn't want to. I was a stupid kid. I remember when I was a kid and wanted to play GTA San Andreas, I didn't actually know the name of the game. So I just told my brother or parents, "I'm playing Black Man." My son uses his bed as toy storage, then sleeps on the floor instead. I won't let him eat garbage. So one of the students at my school tried to build the Taj Mahal out of clay, and... Okay, so when I was around 3 or 4 years old, I had this Care Bear nightlight lamp thing in my room, and one night I decide to put my hand over it and start moving it around. At one point I look up at the ceiling and see my hand, and I screamed. My mom rushed in to see why her child was screaming. So through my tears I tell her, "Mommy, there's a hand on my ceiling." He wanted to be a traffic light. So, when I was a kid, I crawled into the bed sheets and couldn't find my way out. As rational as a 4 to 5-year-old is, I instantly started to cry and call for my grandma who was babysitting me at the time. Before she could help me out of this cotton prison, the only thing I could think of was, I will never drink chocolate milk again. Just watched The Incredibles and told her our family had superpowers and could fly. Mum could go invisible. Told her that hers was doing big farts, and she was devastated. When I was around 8 years old, I used the family computer to browse eBay and look for cool stuff there. Somehow I got the idea to type baby in the eBay search bar. Of course, there were lots of offers for baby clothes with pictures of babies wearing them. But I got extremely scared and ran to my mom to tell her that eBay sells babies. This kid literally posted her address. When I was a kid, I would go around telling people that I wanted to be a cashier when I grew up. And even had a cashier toy, because I thought the customers would give the money to cashiers, and they would get to keep it. That was my plan to be rich apparently. Remembering when I was 7 and found out that showers, instead of baths, saved water, so I then filled the bath up with the shower head to save my parents money. Rockets that were made by 4-year-olders. When I was about 10 or 12 years old, my dad used to order me Lowe's burritos and get me the ground beef burritos. Due to how greasy the beef was, I started to refer the meat as greasy beef. I would also tell it to the he/she they behind the counter if I could have a greasy beef burrito, which is an insult to the store. To this day, I die from laughter from thinking about it. So science. Sir, science wasn't made back then. 2 weeks ago I made French toast casserole for breakfast and my 6-year-old son hated it. Refused to eat it. This morning I took the same recipe, made it the exact same way while hyping it up to the best of my abilities at 7 AM. Lo and behold, today it happened to be the best thing his little body has consumed in his entire life. Apparently, voicing the amounts of sugar you're adding must flip a switch in the minds of children to an immediate newfound love for food. When I was younger, I learned how to cross my eyes and I used to think my eyeballs switched places. Hate playing make-believe with little kids. You shoot them with a laser and they're like, actually, I went back in time, so it doesn't count. TF are you talking about? You just casually rip open a hole in the space-time continuum? That's irresponsible as poop, pal. That time I figured out how to take the lid off of the vent, and proceeded to get stuck in it. Shout out to my 6-year-old who, during one of her Zoom classes, brought the laptop into the bathroom while I was taking a shower, causing me to scream, "Turn off the camera." Several times while she screamed, "I can't hear you because you're taking a shower." He wants to get on the bus. The bus on the TV. My son just asked me how I know his name. I'm not in the mood tonight. My 6-year-old was trying to email me apparently. When I was 12 I tried to cheat at poker by pulling some cards out of a nearby deck when nobody was looking. I grabbed 3 kings and put them in my hand, discreetly hiding the cards I was replacing. So then there I was, holding out my 5 cards, 3 with red backs, 2 with blue backs. My niece drew this troll, and then got scared of it. She made my brother throw the picture away. I was terrified of ghosts when I was little, so my mom told me I can vacuum them up, and had me clean the house telling me I was getting rid of them. In a book I wrote in 2nd grade, which I titled, The Universe. Space is so big. Space is about 50 suns. When my son was 4, he pooped on the floor and said, he was now a dog. We all have our proud parent moments. My kids had doubled a brownie recipe that called for 1/3 cup of oil. Somehow her math yielded out 2 2/3 cups. The mix was boiling in the oven. Little sister put a corn dog in the microwave for 26 minutes. Thanks, Nickelodeon slime. Identically unperturbed by what they did to themselves with clippers at 5 AM. Brother is searching for a Nerf dart. My brother couldn't find any toilet paper, so he took this kitchen roll and cut it in half. Have a good war. Actual letter from kid. When I was riding in the car as a kid, there was one road where my mom would start repeatedly looking over her shoulder and accelerating pretty rapidly. I thought the road was a place where police were always stationed, and that she was being chased by the cops every single time. It wasn't until I was about 11 when I realized that she was just merging onto the freeway. My song is taking the temperatures of each of his trains with an imaginary thermometer before playing with them because 2020. Opened the fridge to find out my 3-year-old decided to help me putting the eggs in it. I am Superman. As a kid I had to take choir in school, but hated it, so I would just mouth the word watermelon over and over so it looked like I was singing. Wouldn't buy her women's razors. There is an imposter among us. My daughter got really cocky about how great the fox carving turned out. 7-year-old. I don't want asparagus. Me. It's not asparagus. It's green licorice. She took another bite. This award for originality goes to my 6th grade student that tried to sneak his Apple Watch into class by telling me he is on house arrest and has a court date. SMH. Give me that watch and it's detention, sir. Please subscribe for more funny posts. Thanks for watching.